What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance continues to draw the ire of her haters. This time, fam, they're so upset that they're calling the FCC to complain. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, we know what this is about, fam. Let's not pretend. I had some person in the comment section of my Instagram talking about parents wanting to protect their children from lewd acts. Has nothing to do with race. Let me explain something to you. In this country, everything is about race, even when you think it's not. That's right, I said it. They love for it to be about race when it benefits them, but when it's called out, they got a problem with it. Yeah, fam. Y'all want to hear some of the comments? Want to hear? I think it'll be great theater. Come on in, fam. Get you some popcorn. This made my day right here. The complaints made my day. I heard there was 2 heart attacks. This is great, fam. Watch it. Inappropriate touching and dance moves, very raunchy for a family to watch. There's one Illinois viewer. Little kids do not need to see this. Another complaint blasted the sexualization and genital grabbing, saying this: far too inappropriate for a family sport. I will not watch this again next year if this is how you're going to disrespect our nation. I will not watch it next year if this is how they're going to disrespect the nation. Didn't we have a president who actually said, grab him by the, you know what? But hey, I bet you $1 to a donut that same person voted for him. Moving on. Perpetual air humping and glorifying being a stripper isn't child-friendly for the Super Bowl. A handful of complaints, including racist and sexist attacks against Rihanna, were also included. See, that's what it's really about. So when they say it ain't about race, it's always, racism always rears its head. It's always about race, fam. It's always about race. That's right. Let me see what else we got here. She is pregnant and was pumping her pelvis while holding her crotch. While holding her crotch. Now listen, fam. I personally thought that was too far. All of that, that was totally unnecessary. It didn't really do anything to enhance the performance. The grabbing of the crotch and and all that, touching her stuff and all that, totally unnecessary. However, because they don't like it, I love it. Yeah, man, I'm gonna love it for now. I'm gonna love it. Yeah, because I hate everything they love and I love everything they hate. Yeah. So right now I'm gonna be giving Rihanna some extended love and all the performers who helped her pull it off. Anything to get under their skin, anything to make their day bad. Boy, if I can get something to make their whole month or year bad, that's even better. I absolutely love it. I ain't got no problem with it. They love to talk about how it's not about race. But let's walk down that street for a moment. Sam Smith and Kim Petras performed their song Unholy at the 65th Grammys. They had an entire satanic mass going on. And the FCC only received 87 total complaints about the Grammys. Most of them were about them, but total 87. The complaints that Rihanna got paled in comparison to the complaints that they got. Operative word, fam, pale. Guess how many complaints Rihanna got? Go ahead, yes. Okay, time's up. 103. That's it. 103. 103 complaints. And the trip part about the headlines was like, Rihanna receives mass complaints for her performance at the Grammys. The media, let me tell you something, man. The media ain't about nothing. Mass media, y'all ain't about nothing, man. Because they blew that thing all the way out of proportion. 103 complaints is not, it's nothing. It's not even a drop in the bucket compared to how many people watched the Super Bowl. It was like 28 million people. 103 complaints is like 0.000 something, you know, it ain't even a percent. Another thing, somebody on my Instagram tried to say, well, it's not about race. I mean, they complained about, there was a lot of complaints for the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake performance. Guess how many complaints that performance received? 500,000, over 500,000 complaints. And when it was all said and done, when the dust settled, it affected Janet Jackson's career far greater than it did Justin Timberlake's. In fact, Justin Timberlake pointed the finger at Janet and kept on going. He didn't even defend her. It's always about race in this country, in this racist country that was built on racism. It's always about race. And it's going to always be about race. Fam, I'm glad that they're upset. I knew that they were going to be upset when I was watching it. And another thing, many of the same people who are complaining about Rihanna's halftime performance being over-sexualized ain't got no problem with the cartoons their kids are watching being over-sexualized. They ain't got no problem with their kids sitting up watching Nickelodeon and Disney with all of that mess they be showing. They ain't got no problem with that. They ain't got no problem with some of those books coming into the schools with these illustrations of parents having sex in front of their children. Yeah, fam, all of that's going on. These are the same people that don't want critical race theory taught in the schools. They trying to omit history. A bunch of damn hypocrites is what they are. I have zero respect for y'all. Final note. Although I did not agree with some of the things that I saw happening on that stage, compared to some of you hypocrites who had something to say about it, Rihanna is a saint. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?